So what is up, everyone? Today is Friday, January 2nd of 2026. So it's the first trading day for me of 2026. I'm honestly really excited for this year. I feel like I'm really going to run it up this year. I'm excited to do it on live stream as well. But I will be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So coming into the session, I honestly want to say I have a bullish bias. I actually didn't finish marking out the session highs and lows. But yeah, here's like London low. Here's Asia low. So the reason that I'm bullish though is I feel like most like a higher time frame thing. I mean, it typically is, but so like on the daily, for example, right? So we pulled back into this daily fair value gap right here, and I was talking about there's like this volume imbalance that like part of it was still left unfilled. I kept saying I wanted that to get filled in, so all of that got filled in. We're now pretty much rejecting out of this area, and I like the like reaction we're having, right? So like I feel like when you go down to the smaller time frame, especially on the 1 hour, when you look at the 1 hour, right, like we tapped into, there's a 1 hour gap down here we tapped into. So I feel like we just came down into it, reacted so strongly off of it, and now we're just breaking structure even on the 1 hour. We're currently respecting this like 1 hour gap up here. So honestly, I'm expecting like NQ to be like really bullish, honestly. But I'm like, I am gonna be risk off today, because like it is Friday and we're coming off of a bank holiday and there's no economic news today. I think I keep saying that. I gotta double check. Yeah, no, I was correct. Yeah, so there's no economic news today. So I feel like there's not gonna be too much like volume and volatility in the market today. So like I'll be back to my regular risk next Monday, which is the 5th. But I'm gonna be trading this evaluation account I've been trading. So honestly, it would be nice if we could maybe come down and sweep out like London lows maybe. I never even marked out London lows in ES. Oh, we actually already took out London lows on ES. So that's nice. So if we could put in like an SNT maybe there, that'd be nice. Where I'd want to see like maybe ES comes down, sweeps out London lows, but ES doesn't. Or I mean NQ doesn't, like one does and the other doesn't. No, I suck at multitasking. Honestly, are we? So we are trading inside of a 5-minute gap right now. Said, how's it going, mate? Going pretty good. How about you? I appreciate you stopping by. There's no shot we're going to open up this 2-minute, but if we do open up this 2-minute, this might be a nice inversion to take. Like this 2-minute gap right here. There's no shot it's going to open up though. Maybe I can hope for this 3-minute instead. So what's the bias for today? You trading evals? Yeah, so I'm trading evals today, but next Monday I'll go back to like regular risk. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get an entry off any longs right now. But my bias, so honestly, I have a bullish bias. I feel like on the daily time frame, we came down, tapped into like this daily fair value gap. We're having a strong reaction off of it. And then on the 1 hour, I feel like we tapped into this gap over here, and we're reacting very strongly out of it, and we're shifting structure on the 1 hour. And now we're currently inside like this 1 hour gap. I'm expecting some of this to hold. Like maybe we'll come down to like equilibrium of this leg. But at the same time, I don't think it's high probability conditions today. Because like we're coming off of a bank holiday. It's a Friday. There's no news today. I feel like it's just some like random Friday in the middle of nowhere. And there won't be too much volume. You said, did you see the new video on ICT? Nah, I usually don't watch the newer ICT videos. I honestly haven't watched ICT in a pretty long time. Interesting. There's just 30-second down here. I might try this. I'm about to try this, honestly. This might be a quick break even. So I'm putting my stop down at the low. Do I want to target a 1-to-1 today? Oh, actually, I need to be break even there, though. I might just target a... Nah, honestly, this eval... I gotta pass this eval. Only because I low-key want to pass this eval. I'll be kind of risky today and go for a 1-to-2. I feel like on a normal day, to be honest, I would have sold at 1-to-1. That happened so quick, though. I might just get stopped at break even here. Yeah, I got stopped at break even. I'm probably gonna have to full port this eval randomly. I don't know when I'll do it. Because the thing is, though, like this eval I've been trading for the week, like after this, it's not like I want to keep trading it. This thing's probably gonna break even rate me, I bet. Not like I care, really. It's just eval. You said, bro, if you can say what price you're in at and stop loss. I mean, I said when I was entering. I mean, I just market ordered, and then I just said I put my stop loss to the swing low. I mean, that one happened pretty quick, to be honest. At 30-second. Interesting. I mean, in hindsight, maybe I should have just taken off a 1-to-1 because I did acknowledge today could be kind of choppy. But I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember. I feel like the balance on this eval, I think I'm down 1,000 and I have a $2,000 loss limit. I'm down 1,100 actually. You said I scalped 378 earlier. I think I should stop here. I do agree, honestly. I don't think today's like a high probability day. Next Monday will be, though. I feel like next week is when things are going to start getting normal again. But So you're gonna switch to live next week and see how it goes. Good luck with that. You said, are you looking to take a long or a short? Right now, I'm looking to take a long, to be honest. Like, I'm looking at this 1 minute gap here, and like, let's say if we start reacting up at some point and close through it, I might take like a long off that. But I still need like a confirmation or something. I mean, it could be possible that we could go lower and get a reaction, but Bakakenu says, yo, what's up? What's up, Bakakenu? How are you, bro? So honestly, if we shoot up and like this candle forming right here, if it decides it wants to close through this 1 minute gap, I'm gonna take this long. You said fine, how was Christmas? My Christmas wasn't bad, bro. Can't complain. How about you? Yeah, honestly, if we close through this 1 minute gap, I'm gonna try a long off this. I'd want to see it close through this gap like soon though. I don't want to see it play around for a long time. You said any New Year goals? I mean, I guess honestly, I don't have them like set in stone as I should, but I mean, I guess just keep doing the same stuff I'm doing but better. I mean, I honestly I want to hit like 100 concurrent viewers on YouTube to be honest while I'm trading, and I want to just quit my job and make as much money from trading as possible. I want to make 6 figures this year from trading in like social media. You said, by the way, in my country calendar, Christmas is after 5 days. You said, why, bro? What happened? About which part? What I said. Honestly, though, so if we do close through this 1 minute, though, I am gonna take a long. The only thing is, though, I don't want it to take this internal high up here because that's gonna be the break even point. I might not get an entry. Oh, you said bad Christmas? I mean, my Christmas is okay. I mean, I shouldn't really complain. I mean, everyone in my family is like healthy and everything, so I mean, that's really what matters. This shit close. I'm gonna try this. Absolute shit close. So I'll just put my stop loss down at the swing low over here. Where do I want to target? Like partially because I'm on eval. I'll just go for a bigger target. That's basically a 1-to-1. That's not even a big target. So I mean, I'm waiting to go break even. If NQ takes like this most recent internal high up here, I know it seems close, but it's just kind of the way I do my executions. Because I feel like on like truly like bullish days, like if we invert this gap and take out the high, we kind of just keep running, if that makes sense. I also didn't get the best fill either. I'm not break even just yet. Should have you heard of a country called Ethiopia? Yeah, I've heard of it before. I'm honestly not too familiar with it, but I've definitely heard of it. I'm break even there. So I mean, today's just kind of a choppy day, so I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it comes down and break even raids me. But you should let's become more profitable trader people 2026. Let's leave the 9 to 5. I'm with that. You said, "Yeah, I live there. Christmas is after 5 days." Interesting. I bet this thing's going to come and stop me at break even, isn't it? I feel like ES is coming down. You said, "Do you also have a live account outside of funded?" I currently actually don't have a live account. In the past, I have traded a live account, but I feel like at this current moment in time, I feel like risk to reward wise is just kind of best for me to trade fundeds. At least me personally. I really don't mind following the rules of them. I'm actually very surprised I didn't get stopped at break even. I was waiting for that to happen. I guess even though I'm trading eval, do I record my Instagram story? Nah, I'm not in the mood today. Okay, well, there's a win on the day. Teleported to my take profit. Said nice long, thank you. So honestly, like at this point, once I take a win like that, I'm usually just done for the day. I'm done for like 15 minutes in. That's pretty quick. Honestly, I feel like with the combination of today's price action just not being like the highest of probability, I might. I'm trying to think. I might just kind of recap the whole day and end here. Because honestly, I'm not expecting clean price action for the rest of the day. I'm trying to think. Where are we trending toward? I mean, like also, so one thing that I was thinking about too is like why I'm not too bullish. If we look at the weekly chart, honestly, I'm low key not expecting this weekly candle to flip all the way up and form like another like hammer like this, where it like wicks all the way down and comes back up. Because I'm just not expecting Friday to be like a huge volume day where it can do that. But I'm definitely higher time frame bullish. This daily candle is so bullish. Honestly, excuse me. Honestly, I think the main thing we're probably gonna react off of is like there's this daily fair value gap over here. I feel like we might hit that and have a small reaction off of it and kind of chop. But yeah, I mean, I guess so. My logic for all those trades, I guess I'll just start breaking it down. So actually, I'm gonna unfreeze my monitor froze. I'm gonna fix that, and then I'll break down the trade. Good as new. So the first long I took was a 30-second. It happened very quickly. So the logic behind it was, well, starting on the higher time frame, right? I have a bunch of shit marked out. I'm gonna get rid of all this. So my logic behind both these trades. So one, we're inside of a daily fair value gap, as well as I kept talking about for the past couple of days. There's something called this volume imbalance right here. And then you said, so from my understanding, you went in on an IFVG, yeah, correct? You said, did you go on longs? Yeah, I took 2 longs. One break even rated me, and the other one hit my take profit. I'm pretty much breaking them both down right now. So but on the daily though, so like it's very hard to see, but if you can see this low compared to this high, there's this very small area that's not filled in. So it's like a volume imbalance that's unfilled. So honestly, I kind of expected us to retrade back into it. I feel like once we started moving away from it, I kind of changed my mind. But once we started trending back toward it, I was like, nah, this needs to get filled right here. So that got fully filled. We're reacting off of a daily fair value gap, and honestly, the time frame that made things like most clear to me was on the 1 hour time frame. You can see that there's this hourly fair value gap down here. We actually had a small tap into it, not much, but we like swept this low inside this 1 hour gap. And you can see like once we tapped into it, extremely clear reaction off of it the second we tap into it. We immediately broke structure afterwards, right? We broke through this high, right? We even broke through this high. We're coming down. Now we're opening up these hourly gaps. So like even if we do retrace at this point, right? There's all these things in this leg that can hold us up, right? And there's even like a BPR down here. So like a BPR is a balanced price range. So it's where an inverse fair value gaps aligns with like a regular fair value gap. So in this case, right, you can imagine like there's these gaps right here. We close through all these gaps, and in the process of closing through them, we're opening up multiple fair value gaps on the exact same time frame, right? So like on the 1 hour, we have this inverse to come down and retest, and we also have these fair value gaps to come down and retest. And then even if we did start pulling back too, I was keeping in mind, like in this whole price leg, we never really came back to equilibrium. Not like we necessarily have to, especially like when we start moving extremely bullish and bearish, we don't necessarily have to retrace to equilibrium, but just sometimes it happens. But I was thinking like I could still be bullish even if we came down to equilibrium, right? But so the main thing I was looking at was too, there's this hourly fair value gap right here that we're trading inside. He said, nice trade, bro. Appreciate that, Bakakeno. But so there's this hourly fair value gap we're trading inside, right? So higher time frame, I have a bullish logic, right? And then we're trading inside, right? This is 9:30 market open, right? So we're currently trading inside of this 15-minute gap as well. Because I was talking about, I base all of my trades off 5 and 15-minute fair value gaps. So we're inside of 15. We're also inside of 5 on top of that. We're inside multiple 5-minute gaps, right? So the first trade that I took was, right, so keep in mind, right, we're trading inside all of these higher time frame gaps I've just mentioned before, right? So we came down, we swept out this most recent low from this most recent price leg, right, over here. So in the current price leg it's forming right now, the highest time frame gap in this leg is this 30-second gap. And then we inverted it almost immediately. Like I always talk about, the highest probability inversions are when we create a gap and we immediately close through it afterwards, right? So we created this gap. I was thinking to myself, is this a setup I'm willing to take? And honestly, I feel like the second I decided, yes, I'm willing to take this setup, it pretty much closed that gap immediately. So I pretty much market ordered, and it almost like teleported up. I was actually trying to figure out where exactly I wanted to put my take profit. And one thing that could be improved for my part, honestly, was I did say today's going to be like lower probability conditions, right? It's like a Friday in the middle of nowhere. Like if we come and we look at like Forex Factory, there's absolutely no news today. We're coming off of a bank holiday, right? Like it's not a day where I'm expecting volume and volatility, right? Like the thing that fuels the market, I always say this, is like institutions, big players. And the institutions, the big players are not going to be here on a day like today for the most part. I mean, that's the logic behind it. I mean, so obviously to a point they are, but they're not risk on today. But right, so essentially though, so we close to this gap. I tried this 30-second long. I should have gone for a 1-to-1, which hit. Since I'm on eval, I'm usually like, I really want to get this eval like failed or passed pretty quickly, because I'm like, what, 2 weeks into it or whatever, and I'm gonna go back to trading my actual funded accounts. So like this account means nothing to me, if that makes sense. Like I just want to pass or fail this, and like I'm probably gonna full port it like sometime when I have the time, honestly. But so yeah, I mean, I got stopped to break even on that. I could have won if I went for 1-to-1, which I feel like on a normal day I typically do, but that's beside the point. So like, it's not like I got tilted, right? It's like, it's whatever. Like I'm expecting choppy price action to begin with. So then, we came down and swept out this low again, and we created a 1-minute fair value gap. So this time, we did take a little bit to come through it and invert it, but I feel like higher time frame, the draw is pretty clear, so I'm okay with it. I also noticed, I thought there was an SMT somewhere internally. It probably got invalidated. I missed. Wasn't the 30-second was there? I thought there was an SMT. I guess I'm going crazy. So I guess there was not an SMT, but so we closed to this 1 minute gap here. We're still trading inside all these higher time frame gaps. And me personally, I figured I just kind of target this high up here. Because like I always talk about, I typically go for like 1-to-1 risk to reward. But if there's a very obvious draw nearby, like in this case today, there is this high up here. So it's like why would we hit 1-to-1 and not hit that high? And you can see too, once we got close to that high, we essentially just teleported right through it. Like, so I ended up selling at that high. So like I always talk about, I take off the low hanging fruit. That's like an area where I'd feel most comfortable taking off. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's possible I caught low of day and we could keep running for the rest of the day. I do acknowledge that. But overall, if I keep selling at these low hanging fruits, I have a lot more winning days. It just works out for me. But you said very true. I appreciate that. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to go over. I mean, I took this 1 minute. Oh, and I went break even once we took this most recent internal high up here. You said thank you for the breakdown. Yeah, of course. I guess, does anyone have any questions or anything? You said let's make 2026 a profitable year, ladies and gents. I agree. Yes, sir. But yeah, I mean, and part of the reason I'm getting off so early though is like I said before, like I'm not expecting too much from today. Like, don't get me wrong, price action could be very clean for the rest of the day, and I could be wrong because like I don't know the future. But to my expectations, I'm expecting when it hits like 11, 10:30, maybe noon, it's just gonna start chopping for the rest of the day. Or maybe if it doesn't chop, it'll kind of slowly trend in one direction, but it won't be giving like clean price action. You said, are you in a trade now? No, I'm not in trade anymore. No, I sold up here. Oh, and also one thing I forgot to mention before is Alpha Futures, until sometime this afternoon, so like you still got like a couple more hours, they're doing 25% off all accounts if you use my discount code, which is code TIMB272. But after that, it'll go back to the regular like 10% off always. Yeah, I could honestly see this thing coming all the way back down. Maybe two, honestly. You said you are one of the underrated traders I've ever seen in my life. I appreciate that, Bakakenu. Honestly, I'm going so hard though, like trying to grow like my streams. Like, like I'd be camping on TikTok live at night, like answering questions and being like, "Hey, I live trade on YouTube, guys. Come over here." And I've been getting a lot of viewers doing that, but I mean, don't worry. In time, I know I get my recognition. But I guess I honestly don't have too much to go over else. I mean, that's part of the reason I'm gonna get off early too. Like I always talk about like as a trader, like I value freedom. So like I mean, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. But like part of the reason I value freedom, so it's like, oh, my day ended early. I'll get the rest of my morning to myself now, if you know what I mean. But you said thoughts on Apex. Have you used it? So I have used Apex in the past. Apex is not my favorite prop firm. I think they have a crazy amount of rules, and there's a reason they're so cheap. And I've also heard things in the past about how they've been asking people to like send in videos of them taking their trades. And I think that's kind of an unfair thing for companies to ask. Like I understand from their perspective, they had groups of traders that were taking the same trades, and they couldn't prove if they were copy trading, which is against their rules. But like, I'm just sussed out by Apex. Like I've heard from other people that if you follow the rules, they'll pay out. But like, I just get a weird feeling from Apex. Oh, I guess my music must have froze. Not like it matters. I mean, I'm ending in 5 seconds anyway. You said, dude, the S&P captured liquidity at London low. Yeah, I was talking about that. I guess I forgot to say that when I was breaking it down. But there was an SMT at London lows I was keeping in mind for that trade too. Like I was looking at how yeah, NQ never took out London lows, but ES did. So that was like an SMT at the lows and like session SMTs. Oh, remember I think I said before there was an SMT somewhere here and I couldn't remember which one it was. That's the one I think I was trying to remember. It was the one at London lows. So like there was and also when you look at the higher time frame though, do you see how we took this high and we're kind of coming back down? Like, nah, I guess maybe we'll start moving up now. It's whatever. It's probably gonna get choppy from here on out, but If you guys don't need more questions, I'm probably going to end here. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by. Join the free Discord if you aren't in there already. And like I said before, it's currently 25% off Alpha Futures if you use discount code TIMB272. But I hope all you guys have a great weekend. And then starting next week, I will be full risk on again, going back to my regular funded accounts. So I'm not going to be sitting here saying, oh, this is eval anymore. So like next week, I'm back to full risk. But I hope all you guys have a great weekend, and I hope this year works out great for all of you. Peace out.